Alright, everybody. I'm a couple minutes early, so we are gonna sit here on this lovely flight pattern screen until 3 o'clock. But I am ready to go as soon as it's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock my time. I put a notice out on my Discord to anybody that's in my Discord. So, not very many people. Most of them are busy doing their own things. And Nate Wolf said he was going live today, but in his Discord message he sent out to everybody, but he didn't say what time, so... And I said I was doing 2 streams today. Well, did the first one. I waited for it to upload. And, waited for it to completely upload to YouTube. And then I, posted it into Discord for people to see. And, I didn't want to start the second live till that was completely uploaded. I got some coffee left from earlier. I slowly drink coffee. And then I have water, so I should be good to go. I just let the dogs back in. But there's no telling if they're gonna bug me or not. So, I said I wasn't going to start till 3, but let's get this out of the way. I have links on my Twitch channel now that should send you to my Discord and to my YouTube. I know I put in the Twitch link into YouTube's description segment. I did that link correctly. I don't know if the Discord one is correct to just click on it, but it is in there for you to just find my username. So I have at least figured out how to set that all up now. And on my Discord, I don't know if anybody else can see it, but on my Discord, I do have my links to Twitch and YouTube as well. Or at least a way to find them. And anybody on Xbox, I'm not going to give out that handle unless I've invited you to my, unless you're invited and approved to the Discord chat channel, because I will set that stuff up as group flights on Flight Sim. I know how to set up in 2020. I don't know how to set that up in 24. But I only want to do that. That will have to be set up as a group flight. So hopefully we're the only ones that show up. If I ever get that off the ground, I sent another message to that other person for us to test that channel out, and they haven't got back to me yet. So, alright. Let's get started, folks. So, today's chill flight is Phoenix to Little Rock. Now, I have to double check this. We're gonna continue flying Pan Am. And I need to change the flight number. So, let's see. 2 9 2 oop, 2927 will be this flight number. Alright. So, Pan Am 2927. And I'm not randomly coming up with these numbers. If you look at the numpad on a phone, what the alphabet is, the 2 through 9 are all the letters of the alphabet are in there, and 2 is where an A would be, 9 is where Z would be, 2 again is A, and 7 is R. So the postal codes for Arizona and Arkansas. And I think I will keep doing something like that for all our flight numbers here on out. So in our next flight, when we go from Arizona or to Arkansas to California, it will be 2722. So most of us will say maybe mid 90s and younger, or older, I mean, might understand that more so than younger crowd. But even I had to look up on my phone. I had to go to the dial page and look at the alphabet again. There used to be different tones for each number you pressed on your keypad on a phone when we had landlines. On our cell phones, it's all the same tone. So, vision impaired / blind people could sometimes tell you a phone number by just hearing the tone of the numbers you pushed. But that's no longer the case. At least I can't tell a difference in them. Alright, so we have all players, live traffic, live weather. So we should see name tags. Apparently you have to have multiplayer turned on. Let's get this flight going. We have a flight time of 2 hours 25 minutes. And I am not, repeat, I am not starting from a gate. Now, I messed around with this last night. And, well, the 707 got out of here, so I could pick another plane, but now I'm getting to understand the 707, so we will stick with it. I still haven't figured out how to do altitude selection in here, though. Alright. I will hit ready to fly once we're on the runway, and first thing I need to do is make sure the transponder is on so that IFR doesn't get canceled on us. Okay, so we're hearing other traffic. Now will we see other traffic? Okay, my aircraft. And come on. Ident, come on. Do I need to test? Are we on? Okay, turn that back off. I believe we are on. I don't know how you change the, channel select. Do I need to be on a different channel? Well, it's on, alright? Co-pilot's got the stick. We'll find out here in a second, but I did turn it on. That's what I did yesterday, last night. What? Was there something in the runway? Was there actually something blocking the runway? Or do I need to have the update for it? That was weird. And I didn't mean to actually exit all the way here. I meant to just hit restart. Okay. At least I'm not wasting too much time. Load. AZAK. See, I have the wrong one in here, but I know that one's the one I want. Or is it? I'm gonna assume that one. And it wasn't supposed to be AK. It was supposed to be... yeah, that's the right one, but it was supposed to be... AR. I just never... I didn't change it last night. No, not that. Fly. Well, I don't know what we hit. I didn't see anything in front of us on the runway. That was weird. There wasn't anything in our way. We should not have hit anything. We'll try that again. Alright. Let's make sure this is on. Ident switch is on. Okay. I've got the, I'll handle the takeoff. Alright, positive rate of climb. Wheels up. Co-pilot, your aircraft. Panel lighting. Panel lighting is on. Instrument lighting on. Map lighting we don't need on. Control stand lighting white. What? White? No, we don't need that on. Alright. Now, these lights aren't on, are they? Nope. Alright. Strobe light on. Nav lights were on. Okay. So strobe was off. And wing lights. There we go. Look at all that traffic down there, folks. And we are off. So, why is our number not showing up? I don't know why our code isn't showing up. Six 003. Well, I guess I don't need to worry about it. I guess we're squawking the right code. Alright, so, why is this screen not on? Why is that screen not on? But you know what? Hey, that's still the way we said it yesterday. Maybe that explains that? Why certain things weren't on? So, how much time are we gonna waste today with crashes? Well, this is why I had multiplayer turned off. I can change to another server. But we might not see any aircraft tail. Well, we'll see AI. Yeah, so I will change it. The server I use on 24 when I'm, well, see, I only turn multiplayer on when I'm doing group flights, and I'm on the Southeast Asia server when I turn that on, but lately I've just used multiplayer on all the time, so I don't forget. So we'll switch to the Southeast Asia. I don't know why, but that server seems to be the most stable even when it's really busy. Like, I think Two-Tone Murphy's in there right now. And so... And he usually has quite a bit of people in the server. When I fly, the group flight I fly with is, I'll give out the channel name, Forder Learns to Fly. He's a CFI, Certified Flight Instructor. He has his own PPL. He's teaching. He does like classes on Tuesdays on Twitch. Thursday I forget, what do we do on Thursdays? Thursdays we just, I guess it's a teaching thing again, and Saturday is a group flight based on what he was teaching on Tuesday. But Saturday is just chill. There's not like he's trying to teach a lesson. We're just following a flight plan. Last week, it was learning how to take off and land in mountains. Not bush planes, because all planes technically could be bush planes other than airliners, and certain jets, but, yeah. Alright, so, come up here and switch the server. That might have something to do with it, I don't know. Let's go to Southeast Asia. See, I don't know what this MS means. Is that the number of players? Because right now it says 30 for East US, but maybe that's how many slots are available in the server. So we'll go here. Hopefully it doesn't kick out again. Load. I need to delete these after today. So yeah, my new schedule that I'm trying to do is 2 flights, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We do a career in the morning, and sometime after in the evening, afternoon or evening or night, I will do a chill flight. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays is Train Sim World in the morning, and then I'm gonna do my hangout and do my stuff with Forder Learns to Fly on Tuesdays and Thursdays afternoons. Saturday and Sunday, I might just take those days off, or I might actually stream something else. I'm not sure right now, but Monday through Friday, there'll be at least 8 streams a week. That's what I'm planning right now. Alright, let's try this again. This is why I guess we flight simmers end up with streams a lot longer than we want, because issues, game crashes, power surges. Well, if a power surge happens, the stream just will die on me. So alright, let's skip that. That is on. We are identifying, and it's the co-pilot's aircraft. I'm not gonna bother with lights just yet. Yeah, I don't know what happened on that first takeoff. We were doing good, and it looks like we hit something. Maybe we did hit another aircraft, but we were cleared to take off. Alright. I got my YouTube, thumbnail there of us, taking off. Okay, we have things not turned on again. We don't have our flight planner or our squawk code visible. Hopefully we don't have another crash. If we have another crash, then I don't know. So I switched the server, and we're still seeing name tags, so. Alright. I'm beginning to wonder. No, that first weird jolt where we didn't take off. I was gonna say, I wonder if I actually was still in control and I accidentally hit the gear up. Interesting, takeoff pattern here, isn't it? Maybe these will come on while we're in the air here. Alright. Panel lighting, 100%. Red dome we don't need. Forward panel lighting, 100%. Turn that on. Okay. Now we come up here. Strobe. Wing lights. Okay, looks like the white light is on, doesn't it? I think our lights are on, I can't tell. You know, it's daytime. Okay. Landing lights can all go off. Alright. Well, we can't see it, but we haven't been told to re-identify, have we? Nope. And we're going to... I don't know how high well, we should be going to 4.9, but... It's when I went into the map mode last time it crashed, didn't it? Don't crash again. Well. Okay, Flight director. Nav. Autopilot mode. Nav. Flight director altitude. I don't want that on. Nav source is on 1. Radio lighting is at 100. Autopilot power. Autopilot hold. Frequency's not showing up either. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say, folks, other than if it wasn't for the co-pilot, we wouldn't be in the air right now. Now, now that I've done nav mode and all that, do we have a magenta line? We don't. And it sounds like Mom and Dad are home. 'Cause the little one's going nuts. Alright, well, we're off. That's all I can say. Altitude control so there's an altitude control setting. I'm just not sure how to set the altitude for the autopilot. Compass, transfer switch. Again, I don't know those. So, we got 15 miles to our next, till we pass the next waypoint. We might not be going to 410. We might not have to go to 410 in this flight. What does that say for altitude? That 9,200 feet is the minimum for that? Okay. So, I hope, and if we are stuck with what I consider a long haul, I will always skip to the descent phase on here, just to make it so I'm not on here all day. And we are at our climb altitude, climbing speed, basically, is always mid-190s, so. And like I said, this was a 2-hour, 35-minute flight time. We wasted we wasted a half hour just getting out. Yeah. We wasted 30 minutes between the two takeoffs and then the game crash. So now we just sit here and chill. Said I got the squawk code. I got everything turned on. I don't know why nothing's showing up, but is that the problem with starting when you don't start cold? Well, the problem is it should only be up to the takeoff phase checked. These should not be cleared. Maybe that's why certain screens aren't on. I need battery. But battery should be on, right? Yeah, it's on. I don't know what to check. I don't know where the if there's an avionics switch anywhere over here or not. Amp gauge selector. Okay, again, if you're starting from the runway, all of this should be set up correctly. Okay, I had to go. Controls weren't working. We don't need that on, but, okay. Alright. Galley lights. Galley power on. Where's our oxygen source? I forget what the oxygen source is. Wasn't it over here somewhere? That's temp. That's cargo. That's light. Windows. Flight officer. Or was it down here? Oxygen mode. It says normal. Okay. But where was the key for the oxygen for cabin? Right. Pan Am 2927. Goodbye. Albuquerque Center, Pan Am 22927. The light level. Yes. There's no sense in me reading that off. Oh, shoot. I did forget to do something. I got to pause this for a second. I noticed listening back last night that I need to change the audio. Sound. Engines were still quite loud. Environment. I want environment up that. And yeah, engine noise was still real loud. So Alright. I don't know if that makes any difference. Look at that view. Wow. Alright. Yeah. I really wish these were working. And, I don't know if we're in nav, what nav output we are. I don't know if we're under GPS or if we're under VLOC, because VLOC is probably what we need. Is there a switch to turn the screen on? That's nav frequency swap. I don't think there's a way to actually turn the screen on. Barometer adjustment. Is that the altitude? I'm not sure. Alright, well, we know we're squawking because it hasn't told me we weren't. So, what can we do, right, folks? What can you do when the plane doesn't load in right, but it still's working? Alright, well, I don't know what else to do, but well, let's just sit here and stare outside. Where are we supposed to be going to? 350? So I'm expecting us for this to be at least a 3-hour flight. Our next flight, though, our next flight on Wednesday afternoon, or whenever I get to it Wednesday, it will be afternoon, I know that much. On Wednesday, I probably will end up skipping to the descent phase once I know we've reached cruise. Because that's gonna be going to Sacramento, so that might be 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna sit here tomorrow, and I will figure out this flight for Wednesday afternoon. At least now we know at least we have a call sign and a flight number today. I am starting to get relaxed. I think if I'm getting into a schedule, I'm not getting so worked up. I'm learning how to do this streaming thing better every time I do it, so. And again, I could be doing these in 24. But in 24, I gotta do more work than I'm doing here. And in 24, you would have the toolbar at the top with the AI, with my cursor sitting over the thing to turn off the AI pilot. Whereas here, because there's the co-pilot feature, all we have is the HUD. I could And I can't turn the HUD off because I actually need it. Alright, so we're just gonna sit here and fly. Oh, we're gonna go to 4-1. So, I can keep bringing up the map, but I have no idea where we are exactly. What is KSDW? KJTC? KTVL? See, I don't know what those are without looking them up. KSJN? I know we probably are going through New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma. And Louisiana, I think. Trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, I saw the flight plan. It's not like, I haven't tried to pull up, like, Navigraph or anything where it's free to use on my phone and plug it in where I have state lines. I probably could go on the map view on my phone and plug in those airports, and it might give me a flight plan. I don't know. Alright. That, and I'm getting better at, trying to remember to put in my, send out my reminders on my Discord. Again, everybody, join my YouTube channel and my Discord. I say everybody join. I may or may not approve certain people on Discord, though. It all depends on some circumstances. And the chat channel will be by invite only. So if you're interested, I need to know. But I want to. I would like to see you be a part of the community for a while. That should make sense to most people. And with it being an invite, I want to verify that it's something of interest, or you're willing to help. And those clicking noises that we keep hearing while I'm outside is this, the trim wheel. All we can do is sit here and hope that the screen eventually lights up before we land. But I also have panel lighting on, and it's not showing, so maybe there's something wrong. Wait, what? Oh, gear warning. So, not much we can, I mean, there's not much I want to do in these flights anyway, just sit here. Yep, right. Right where? Right there? There we go. You said my 1 o'clock. That was not my 1 o'clock. That was on the other side of me. Alright, so our destination marker's already popped up. So, yep, we got like 800 miles per hour there, so I'm probably not skipping this one. Let's see. Where does it say we're at? We are still in the takeoff phase. Don't you love how there's more of a slope coming up than going down? Our descent looks like we just drop out of the sky, basically. Which is why I ask for decreased altitude when I'm like 200 miles out. So I do know we are probably switching over to Houston Center. I can't guarantee that, but I'm guessing we're going to be switching to Houston Center on our way through to Arkansas. And the name of this airport is William Hillary Clinton Airport or something. It's something anyway, named after the president and former Secretary of State, Senator. So, yeah, Little Rock Airport. So, I don't hear a lot of people fly to Sacramento. You hear LA, Oakland, San Fran, San Diego. Long Beach. I don't know if there's an airport in Long Beach, but anyway. I don't hear a lot of simmers going to Sacramento. And some of these airports we're going to do have I could have bought sceneries for, but I'm not buying any more sceneries in 24. I mean in 2020. Because I would have another long list of things, and I can only buy one thing at a time. And in fact, every time I tried to load in the sceneries I bought in 2020 on 24, it says it's going to override the 24 scenery, and I don't know if I want it to, so I haven't done that, because I'm hoping that the 24 scenery is better than the 2020, but I'm not sure, and maybe the airports will get fixed for 24, and I won't have to buy a new scenery for those airports. They'll just automatically get updated. I hope. Then again, they updated the F-16, and I had to pay a small fee to upgrade. Landing rate manager for 2020 got tweaked to work with 24, and I had to pay a small fee to get that upgraded. So all the airports for 2020 might have to have a small fee for them to be upgraded. I don't know if airport sceneries affect career mode at all. Oh, and please go watch my video from earlier today. Career Part 7. It was a very interesting day. We did progress. I give you some spoilers. We got a specialization unlocked, and my specialization flight was a lot more difficult than I remember doing the last time I did it. So we didn't get any certs done. Didn't make enough money for that. We will Wednesday. Hopefully. I say that. I think I'll have enough money to get our multi-engine certification on Monday, and we might actually unlock another specialization. Yeah, so we got light cargo. That's what I did. And VIP charter, I think I just need to get 2 fixed wing landing smoothness above 50. So that should be easy to do. Should be. So on Wednesday I might not do a rotorcraft, or I might. I don't know, because now we have ferry flight, our first flight, ferry flight, flight seeing, light cargo. Although we were the light cargo unfogged area didn't show any more cargo missions, so maybe not a cargo. I might have to pick somewhere else to do that one. And then we did a rotorcraft mission today that it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So, but yeah, I pretty much spoiled the whole thing, but go watch it. I never know what's going to happen in those things, and if you've done career mode yourself, you know what I'm talking about. You definitely know what I'm talking about. Things in your way, getting dinged for getting points taken away through sometimes no fault of your own, because the game just loads in weird when you go to skip a phase. Or what kept happening to me today is my blue squares and my waypoint weren't showing up on the screen, and the AI itself was like all screwy, didn't know what it was doing. So I was doing quite a bit of hand flying by using the EFB to guide me, because some of my flights today I had no avionics screens. So in the aircraft I had none in the aircraft, put it that way. Unlike today, or right now in this flight, where we have no avionics screen for a reason I don't know how to fix. I don't know if it's something I have to fix, but it's just not on, and I don't know if there's a switch up here on the overhead panel back here or what. I don't know what step of the checklist that happened. I've gone through the startup checklist every step before, and I've had the same issue, so I don't know. For a minute there, I thought that I was missing a lot of conversation going on. That'd be nice. You know, we can't even use the map mode to know exactly where we are. But that's 90 miles away. We kind of have an idea where we're at. We just don't know exactly where we're at. 100. We're still climbing up for that 4-1. This is what slows us down. If I picked if I changed the altitude for us to climb to, we would go probably a lot faster. But, I mean, I can pull up the VMAP and try to read off some stuff here. What do we got over here? We got is KONM. I'm not sure what KM what that is. What do we got up here? We got KGNT. I don't know what these are, other than I know we're flying correctly. I just don't know. I can't, you know, without the magenta, it's hard to know where the waypoint. I don't even know if the waypoint would have showed up if I scrolled to the right in the map. And, it looks like the moon is still shining out there, doesn't it? We got something tailing us. What is this? KOW-883. I can see a beacon light. I'm using a magnifier to do that, but I could at least see the beacon light. I'm not seeing much other traffic, but then again, I am on the Southeast Asia server to make the game work smoothly for me, and that seems to be what I've got to do. We have got to be in New Mexico, at least. So, and right now, this is the shortest flight we've done. Well, maybe not, no. This is not the shortest. I would have to say our shortest flight so far has been Ronald Reagan National Airport to Montgomery Regional. I don't, like, so, Sacramento to Denver. I could change aircraft, but I think we'll stick with the 707 because I know exactly how to get the transponder turned on. After we do this, I don't know what I want to do when we do all the... I don't know if I want to do the territory things, if we want to go all the way to the Samoas, to Guam, to... Yeah, I don't know if I want to do all that. Because those definitely will be long hauls. I will definitely be skipping to the, descent phase once we hit cruise. Or when cruise altitude thingy gets marked off on the travel to section. But, I don't know what I want to do after that. There's just so much you could do. There's so many places we could go. There's so many things we could do in live time, not live time. But I do not want to sit here and do a full flight like I did Thursday night, Friday morning. We left at, I got off the ground, or I started streaming at 9. I didn't stop streaming till sometime after 3 in the morning Friday. 7 hours. If you care to go sit through that. There is some very bad audio from me in the beginning of crackling on the mic. I don't know how to tell you. I honestly don't know when I'm crackling or not crackling till I hear it back. So I listened to last night's stream, and or yesterday's stream. I listened back to it last night, and the engine's internal view and outternal was really loud compared to me and ATC. So when I'm out like this, I hear ATC quite fine. But when I listen to it back, I couldn't hear the ATC calls. So I don't know if there's a way to change that or not. I really wish I knew which waypoint we were hitting here. And it's got... So we have at 45 nautical miles is that, and then we have this at 70, which looks like a VOR. So we're flying we're under GPS then, aren't we? If that's if that 40, no, now it says 42. Okay, it was off. Okay, so it is our waypoint. Does that show up in the map? Is KABQ Albuquerque? Because that's what I'm guessing is that airport with a bunch of planes on it. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's Albuquerque. And then you have KESA to the south. Yeah, I'm gonna guess with that, with as many planes are sitting there, that's probably Albuquerque. But I can't be certain. Let's get out of that street. Okay. We're creeping up there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're barely at 401. So, we're just gonna hear that like always. You know, I don't know if I could change some of the audio settings later on. I already turned it down. You saw that. I did that on. I turned down engine noise and environment noise. But I have everything else cranked to 100 other than music. And we're starting to get into some clouds again. Like I said, almost every day I've been flying lately, it's just clouds. Even in career mode today over in Europe, clouds. Again, go watch part 7, career mode career part 7. It was this morning's stream. Go watch it. you'll see what fun I had doing our first light cargo mission. And I think it was interesting and different than than the last time I've done those missions when I've started careers. As I already had IFR unlocked and night unlocked. So I did that live time with live weather. Pan Am 2927 continuing to Alpha Bravo Quebec. And that we were gonna hit in a minute anyway, right? We're making a slight turn to the south. What is our compass heading? I was gonna go external, and I'm like, nope, we don't have to. We're right here. So we're at. I don't know what the hash marks in the small hash marks. We're at about 90. 60, 70. Okay, due east is 90. I guess I don't know how to read that compass. Yeah, we're at 80 degrees. That's what I thought. We're a little more north than actual east. And our next waypoint is at 251, and we have 709 miles to our destination. Alright. Yeah, so take this trip today and add in however it would take to get to San Francisco. Climbing, so we gotta go over the Rockies. Like I said, I'm gonna say this is 2 hours 35-minute flight time. Let's just round that up to maybe 5-hour flight time from Little Rock to Sacramento. Which, of course, is ridiculous for today's time. You would not take a flight. You would probably take a different aircraft that could get you there in maybe 2 to 3 hours. That's if you're lucky enough to just get a non-stop flight, which we're doing. Yeah, we're still on the climb. But we're climbing with extra speed than we normally do. Probably because we're kind of leveled off. I don't think we're making it to 4-1. We rarely do, and if we do, then they're telling us to descend. We're barely at 4,000. Because I think we're already descending slowly. And if I request 4,000 or 400, we'll end up below that. So where's Albuquerque? Wow, that's us. I was hearing weird engine noises. I thought there was a propeller plane nearby. Yeah, there wasn't much, I think we hit more waypoints the closer to Arkansas we get. Oh, sorry, folks. So, it happened again last night. I, had my playback in my watch later playlist. It came up, and, I laid there in bed and listened and watched, like, more than half of the 5-hour flight. I don't know why I end up staying awake and listening to it. I can put on almost anything else and eventually fall asleep. But apparently I can't fall asleep to my own voice very easily. And tonight will probably be the same because I'll have two 4-hour something streams. I have like a whole night's worth of stuff to play. Just in 2 videos. Now, I don't go back and fix these. It's not like it's not like I'm previewing these and then editing and uploading. They're already uploaded. I'm just playing them so they get one view, especially on YouTube. A lot of them, I don't get a lot of likes on my videos, and I'm usually the only like that ever's on there, and so, are they getting dislikes? I don't know. I know YouTube still has that feature. I don't know why they have that feature. Because usually if someone dislikes your videos, I don't know, but I just stop watching it. I don't give a thumbs down. I go to another, I just stop watching the video. Or keyboard warriors, or whatever you want to call them, the keyboard bullies will leave nasty comments. So hopefully this new schedule I'm trying to come up with for myself to do streams, hopefully I don't get worn out, and hopefully I have some downtime. Like I said, I'm gonna do my train sim in the morning, and then I'm gonna do do a hangout or learn some flying stuff on Tuesday afternoon. Thursday afternoon, the same thing, and then Saturday morning group flights. Just chill and hang out and fly around. When I get to a point in the career mode where it looks like we're just repeating everything all the time, and I'm not... Well, I gotta work on specializations, but if it gets to the point to where, we're just getting credits to get credits, yeah, I won't stream every flight that I want to do. I might do some off camera. Like, once we've gotten my specialization for airliner transport and heavy cargo, and yeah, when we have those unlocked, then we're just basically trying to gain money to buy our plane back for the first company. And when I do that, once I have one plane, I don't know whether I should work to buy others or create another thing. So you can have a first flight or flights. You can have a flight seeing company. I'm gonna need a cargo company and a, you know, we can have a rotorcraft passenger transport company and you know, a VIP or charter company, and then a transport company. So or I could just keep the 172. I could keep our first company, just not fly it, instead of selling it, and work towards those certifications. But I'd rather, I was gonna go the other way, because I don't really care much about the company side of things. I'd rather just do the flights. I don't want to worry about crews and your crewmate, you know, the crew you hire or not hire, I forget what it is, but I don't want to worry about, you know, maintenance and all that stuff. I just want to fly the missions, because if I fuck up the airplane, I fuck up the airplane. Or the rotorcraft. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to fix stuff. And you've seen if you've seen enough of my career mode videos now, you know. On average, I'm middle of the road right now as a pilot. I am a C average pilot. I miraculously have one S rating mission. That was definitely a surprise, because when we were in the Beaver, and I skipped to descent, and we landed with a 100% smoothness rating. The only thing I got dinged on was not radioing my stop, even though I was already stopped. I tried to turn around. We were on the runway. It loaded me in on the runway. I tried to turn around to taxi back to the hold short, and I got dinged for that and missed that radio communication because it was a narrow runway, and the game is set up in some weird way to where you don't get, if you can't turn around with on the runway itself, and you go off one side or the other, or enter a taxiway and then come back, you get dinged for not stopping at the hold short. I've gotten dinged for not holding at a hold short because I went to another spot off of the runway and stopped just where you would if you turned off a taxiway to hold short. I did that. I still got dinged for it, even though I stopped, made the radio call. just because I didn't go to where it wanted me to go for the whole short. I couldn't have gotten there where they wanted me to go. We're still on Albuquerque. We have got to be closing in on the west coast of Oklahoma or Texas by now. Yeah, we ain't making it to 410. Are we? Yeah, no, see, we're already decreasing in altitude. Yeah, we ain't making it to 410. Alright, we got 144 and 600 miles till we're in Little Rock. So, what's going on on my phone right now? Ooh, a lot of things. We got someone has the word short stream. I wonder what you mean by a short stream. A short stream was what I did when I opened up the box for my headset. That was only a 30-minute stream. Okay, again, it sounds like I'm hearing music. But it's just aircraft noises. I'm about ready to just turn off ATC sometimes. Alright. I don't know. I don't have a special channel just for announcements. I put my announcements under my Msfs channel and under my PSW channel. Yeah, I don't know how long Murph has been on now. But, let's add this to the watch later. I might have to put Murph on first when I go to bed tonight. I might fall asleep better listening to him than myself. What I should do is put my streams up on the big TV and mute that TV while I'm doing live streams. That's what I could do. But my big TV is, when I'm not on my games on the smaller screen here in front of me, the big TV is on. So lately it's been getting a day break because I've been streaming almost all day. we know it ain't happening, especially now. Did our screen ever come on? Nope. Where are we at exactly on the travel to screen? Okay, so we're there. We are there, and descent is there. Okay. Well, we know where final is. I mean, come on now. I don't know what this in the middle is. Is that the prep, the arrival, and it just doesn't say anything? There's descent, then there's that, which doesn't really move far, and then there's your approach is way up there. Well, I think this is new. These dots are all blacked out, as in we've passed them. I don't think I saw that yesterday, but I don't think we've gotten an update yet for 2020. At least I wasn't told to update anything. And I think in SU16 we have some world updates coming. Does anybody really want to know what's coming up in SU16? I mean, I could pull it up and look. But most people are on 24. Some are doing both. Some are still in 2020. But probably, I don't know, because you've got 3 different... Well, wait, no, you've got... You have X-Plane. And you have Microsoft Flight Simulator. So technically, there's only like 3 flight simulator games. So with the 3 games, I'm not sure how much of the market is split there. Like, is there a third in X-Plane? Is there a third on 2020 and a third on 24? There's some people that play all 3. There's some people that play both Microsofts. You know, there's people that play one of those games exclusively. So, yeah, I don't know what the demographic is, other than, since there's 2 games from Microsoft, majority, I would say, you know, we're gonna say 2/3 are on the Msfs. Now, what percentage of flight simmers are on console? It's probably a lot lower than the demographic would be for, like, Train Sim World. Train Sim World, 80% of players are on console. You have Xbox One, PS4, and then you have PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, Xbox S, and X. With the latest update with Train Sim World, Xbox X and PlayStation 5 Pro got more of a timetable than the X and the PlayStation 5 did, and Xbox One and PlayStation 4 got their timetables reduced even further. And yet it's all at the same cost. So, I really, I get it, but I don't get it. I agree, everybody should pay the same price. Or get the same, if either everybody gets the same thing and pays the same price, or if we're getting less than what PC players get, we should pay a smaller price. But I am not gonna sink more money into Train Sim World 5 DLC. I will play with what we have, and I'm not gonna be getting the next Train Sim World game. I started doing this thing to get the mastery for Long Island. I will work on it. If I get completely bored with it, I'll cut it out of the schedule, and then I'll move, instead of doing 2 flights, 3 days a week, 2 streams 3 days a week, I'll move 2 of them to a Tuesday and a Thursday, and cut out, and then add 1 on the weekend or something. Again, I'm trying to come up with a streaming schedule where I get both of my flight sims in, and I also get some downtime. Today, hopefully, I can go to bed before 11 o'clock. I didn't last night, but that's because I got on here fooling around with something, and that's the problem. I get on here fooling around, trying to figure things out, and time gets away from me. Okay, 54 to our waypoint, 513 to our destination. Well, we're in the breadbasket. Where are we at? Let's see if we can find any airport. Any ICOs. Of course we do. KTDW. Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth? No, that's not it. That's not Fort Worth. KHRX. I can't read that one. KTCC's behind us. New Mexico 32 is on the screen on the left. KDUX. KBD, BGD. What is KPPA? KPPA. Okay. Up on the top right, we have it. TX13. That is definitely Texas. And then there's KHH something's cut off the screen. Can I fix this? Can I make this even bigger? Now, what does that say? KHHF. I think TDW is Dallas Fort Worth, I think. I'm not gonna look up the code every time. That's for sure. I mean, I could, it's not that hard. Wow, my stream preview is like 5 seconds behind my actual actions. We know TX is Texas. So New Mexico is off to the left side of the screen, Texas is on the far right. And I didn't see an OK in there, so we're definitely going through Texas. Probably, well, yeah, it makes sense if we're going through, so we should be on Houston. From Albuquerque, we should go to Houston Control. Or Dallas Control. I don't know which one. I don't know if there is two. What is the ATC control center for Texas? The answer is the primary it's Fort Worth and Houston. So we're gonna go to Fort Worth, then we'll transfer to Houston. So there is no Dallas. So, well, Dallas is Fort Worth. But, okay, so we're probably transferring to Fort Worth here in a bit. And Texas is big, so I'm betting that I'm betting Fort Worth is the west side of Texas, and Houston takes care of the east side of Texas. And Arkansas is above Louisiana. Am I right? Just look at my world map on my phone. Zoom out. Yeah, and we're going to Little Rock, which is pretty much dead center. Alright, so you know what? No, I don't think we're going to Houston Center. I think we're transferring to Fort Worth. That's probably definite. I believe then we're going from Fort Worth. We go to Memphis Center, because Little Rock and Memphis are not that far apart. In fact, it looked like a major highway. Goes straight there. What is that? 40. 40 goes from Memphis to Little Rock. I know, and I'm getting tired of hearing you tell me. But hey, the co-pilot decides to slowly descend. Probably like we should be doing. Look at how blue the sky is up here today. And you can still see the moon. That's crazy. We're in the heart of Texas. I don't know. We should. I thought New Mexico is a little more deserty than this. It's like a bunch of farmland, but that's basically 90% of the country from above. Looks like just farmland. Right. 256 miles to our waypoint and 453 to our destination. So we're halfway through, because by the time we finish this waypoint, we should be on our if I picked an arrival, it would be the arrival. And I didn't show you guys my approach, but we'll have to come in and do a 2 right turns before we're lined up with the runway. So our approach we're coming in doing our downwind. Our downwind on the left is the best way I'm describing the approach. Downwind on the left, and we're making a right turn to base, and then a right turn to final. Is the approach. But we're not anywhere close to actually being in the downwind and base phase of a circuit. We're going to be a lot further out than that. But that's essentially how we're coming in on runway 20. We're coming in on the east side of the airport. I guess it's the way the winds were favoring it. Oh. I'm not doing like the last time I asked for a descent. I got approved for that, and then they somehow wanted to keep vectoring me down, and then we ended up at 10,000. And we're at a good cruise. I don't feel like descending just yet. I think once we hit this waypoint, I will ask to go to, I'll ask to go down by 10,000. Because by the time we hit this, we'll have like 200 miles left. You know, it's nice. I don't think say intentions beyond ATC or VAT-Sim controllers are constantly yelling at you. I could turn the ATC off and just ignore them, but then I gotta pay more attention to what's going on with altitude. Alright. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Or in my case, how is nobody doing, right? You know, I don't know how to track people to come watch this other than I get on here and hope people show up. I think that's all you can do. I mean, I have over. I've got you can call it small. I've got 135 people that subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and I'm lucky if I get 5 views on each of my videos. So. Yeah, how about you tell me to descend by now? Did we switch, did we switch controllers while I was gone for 2 minutes? Kayla. OJA KSCSM. See, I don't know some of these codes. And clearly I've got to be this one right in the middle, near the pentagonal shaped railroad track thingy. Yep, okay. Alright. So, I don't know if we come under Houston control, or if we go from Fort Worth to Memphis, but, yeah. And then get done this flight, I have to do what I gotta do to make sure I export it to YouTube, and then I'm probably gonna head back outside for a smoke again. I did that after I got off the first time. Went and smoked, and then I ate, got back on here, did this flight. Will I go back outside and then come back in and eat again? Maybe. They said center. So, are we on Houston? No, we're still on Fort Worth. It's in Macomb International. Okay, so we were on just plain Fort Worth, and then we just switched to Meacham International. So is that must be a smaller one? That must mean I'm not Porky Pig, I swear. That must be another center that handles a certain area around one of the airports. You know, like you got levels of controls. You got ground, you got tower, then you got approach. You have departure, although I don't think I've ever switched to departure. It's always just been tower. Is it time to start asking for 210 or 310? I'm gonna say yes. Let's ask for 10,000 an altitude decrease.
Center Connect 2927. Request flight level 310.
NM 2927 descend and maintain flight level 310.
Descend and maintain flight level 310 NM 2927.
I just hope by me doing this doesn't screw up the flight plan. Excuse me.
126 decimal tree NM 2927. Goodbye. Fort Worth Center NM 2927 is at flight level 385, descending flight level 310.
NM 2927, Fort Worth Center radar contact. Continue to climb.
It's kind of an ugly livery, isn't it? What does it say on the side of the plane over here? N4, I can't read it, it's too tiny even with my magnifying glass. Alright, what's this below right here? Gordell Municipal Airport is just under us. I don't even see a runway down there. There is a very tiny one. Well, from up here everything's tiny, but I don't think the 707 could have landed there. I think we can only land at regionals. I don't think we can land at municipals. I have not tried to land this at the local airport nearest to me, IRL, that's in the game. Yeah, once I hit Dwine, I will ask for 210. And I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure if we're on Fort Worth all the way in to Little Rock, or if we switch to Memphis or Dallas. I would assume we go from Fort Worth to Memphis, but I'm not sure. And we haven't seen much traffic, but that's to be expected. I'm not on any of the US servers where there's probably a lot of traffic. Well, that ain't gonna happen, is it? We're just gonna slowly inch our way down, aren't we? I mean, we're still within the green. If we descend any more right now, we will be in the yellow. technically we should be climbing back up, probably, to bleed off some speed. Either that or we're gonna come in like we did yesterday. Oh my god. The co-pilot, I swear they're bad. Then again, I don't know. But I swear I probably could have gotten half the landing rating they did. We got a landing rating in the Phoenix. 1313. I probably could have got a 666. What is today's date? I am so, like, lost on things. Today's the 2nd. Okay. Wow. Wow. They're the 4 of the people I follow. There's 4 people I follow on Twitch are all on right now, and I know one of them is another Xbox gamer, Flight Simmer, but I've only been in one of their streams, so it's not like I can go in there and hey, I'm trying to do this. Would you like to join mine? Join me in doing this? I want to ask people if they're interested in it, but I also don't want to look like I'm trying to promote my own stuff on other people's channels. So I don't know how to let people know I'm trying to set something up like that other than people that pay attention to these videos. Is that the latch for the door? The emergency latch? Like, what is that? It looks like a light we could turn on. Like, what do these panels up here do? I can't get close enough to read them. That's cabin controls. How come I can't use any of them? Is they saying twine? Like in the rope? It seems like the faster we go, the slower these numbers go down. What does it say out there for the altitude? 39. So, the name of the airport for Little Rock, it says Adams out there, so it's Adams Field, but the airport has a different name than the field name, than the flight line. It's weird. I don't know if they changed that in 24 or not to make the field and the airport name the same. Or if that's how it is IRL. Oh, how long have we been on right now? Just over 2 hours. And I said what? This flight was 2 hours, 35 minutes? And we kind of had some spoofs, blow-ups there in the beginning that wasted about 20 minutes. So we're doing good, aren't we? Yeah, I would say we're doing pretty good. In total, we might have just under a 3-hour stream here. Maybe. It seems a lot longer sitting here than when I do career. But that's probably because I am just sitting here. I'm trying, I can't relax. Even though I'm just sitting here. I don't know why I can never get comfortable in my chair anymore, and a new chair isn't gonna help me. I'm surprised they haven't told us to descend yet. But I'm about to just ask for another 10,000 here, and I'm in 50 miles. Going to 132.2. Maddie 2927.
Center pin at 2927 is passing flight level 300, climbing flight level 310.
Well, if we're at 300, then we're... Hey, we're almost out of Fort Worth Center. I guarantee it. Well, I can't guarantee it. Like I said, I don't know. Clearly, we are not. I don't think we're going to Houston. If we're under Houston Center, it's just going to be for one handoff, and then we'll be handed off to Memphis. Or we might not even be handed off to Memphis. We might go straight to Little Rock. So I'm betting that squawk thing where it says A, B, C, and D. I wonder if that's the airspace classification. But our flight nav screen never came on. And our squawk code never showed up. Our radios aren't even lit up, so I'm glad that the AI has been messing with that on its own. Because if I turned AI communications off, I would be having to do the squawk code and doing the radio, changing the radio every time we had to change frequencies, and I wouldn't know right now. We wouldn't be able to be flying. Okay, I don't see anybody, but we know they're out there.
Southwest 803, contact Kansas City Center on 128 Decimal Tree.
Oh, are we going to Kansas City Center? Yeah, what are
8 Decimal Tree, Southwest 803.
what are we changing to? What center are we gonna be changing to? Kansas City or Memphis?
KNF 2927, please expedite your climb flight level 310.
Ooh. Oh. Thank you for the chat. I see your name changed colors. Okay, that's cool. MK, no, I have it on co-pilot mode. I'm in 2020, so. But I'm about to do this 10,000 feet descent, on my own. I've been doing these on my own the last few flights. Kind of stopped in here and there, and, I've been doing it okay. Yeah, I'm about to ask to descend here again. That's why I'm ignoring the expedite thing anyway. Once we hit this waypoint, I gotta ask for another descent. But we're slowly doing that on our own anyway. The co-pilot is.
KNF 2927, please expedite your climb flight level 310.
So I'm probably doing it wrong, and I don't care really. I like to learn the stuff, yes, but I don't have to. I'm just having fun doing what I'm doing this way, and frankly, I'm not that serious. If you've watched any of my career videos, it's just hilarious what happens in there. I gotta be careful with this next 10,000 descent. It might be a little too fast for us. But, no, I don't know that rule. When we were supposed to be at 41, and when we hit 300 miles left, I decided to descend. We're about to have 200 miles left, and I'm going to ask to go to 21. And at 100, I'll ask to go to 11. Unless ATC starts giving us descent instructions. But it's just something I came up with on my own to deal with this descent. Because if I don't do it, we would then at 41,000 feet, or close to 41,000 feet, right at Little Rock Airport, and we would have been stuck in the circuit, decreasing, and then climbing back up to lose speed, and then decreasing again, or descending again, and then having to climb to decrease speed. It would just been up and down for like 30 minutes. Which I don't think is realistic at all. Alright. I think we're close enough to ask for this descent. If I can keep track of the cursor. God, Always losing track of this.
Center Canon 2927. Request flight level 210.
Thanks for coming in again, MK. You're
Maintain flight level 210.
the only repeat customer. For reference, you take your cruise altitude, in your case 30 times 3 equals 90. This means you would start descending at 90 nautical miles out from airport, but keep doing it your way if you prefer that. Well, thank you. Thank you. That does make some sense, but like, probably if I was doing smaller step downs, it would help keep the speed not so high. But thanks for the advice, and like you said, do it my way. It's my way seems to be working. Like I said, we were at 400 nautical miles. I asked to drop by 10 to 30, and we hit 200. I'm going down to 21. When I hit 100, I'll ask to go to 11, unless they start giving me altitude directions. But default ATC sucks. What can what can I say? If you've not used it, then I bless you. You haven't had to deal with it. That's probably why a lot of people, even though we like career mode in 24, a lot of people don't like it, because you are stuck with the default ATC. I don't think you can use say intentions or beyond ATC within the career mode. And of course, career mode is really effed up, so. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a center change yet. Or was I completely oblivious and we did change? I said we either are getting Kansas City or Memphis. But Little Rock is a lot closer to Memphis. Unless we're in Kansas City for like 2 minutes. Okay, well, we got one more waypoint here at 8 miles. And that says 32.5, which we're descending anyway, so. Yep. Yep, and we're gonna keep being below. Because you don't know how to tell me when to descend properly. Man, is it warm in here. You know what? I think we might be on the ground within that flight time window, and granted, I wasted about 20 minutes. I wasted 20 minutes of our streaming time just trying to get out of Phoenix because of the game crash. I said flight time was 2 hours and 35 minutes. And we aren't even there yet, according to the the stream timer. But I also picked up quite a bit of speed. And we're picking up even more speed, so... But we're probably gonna have to waste some of this speed to slow back down. Which they should be doing soon. They're either gonna start giving me descent directions, or they're gonna make me climb beyond 21. Alright, MK, I last night figured out how to get the links added in, so, there's a link to my Discord and YouTube on the Twitch page now. As far as I know, they work, but I didn't sign out of my own Discord or YouTube when I hit the link. So, if you want to join the Discord or check out my playlist on YouTube, you can now. Hopefully with the link. But I always give my channel stuff out verbally. Just because for the longest time I had trouble getting it in figuring out how to put the links in. I did the same thing for my YouTube description video last night, but my Discord info link wasn't put in correctly. But if you're on YouTube, you could figure out how to get my Twitch or Discord, and if you're on Twitch, you can get to my YouTube or Discord. And from Discord, you can figure out how to get to Twitch or YouTube. Alright, so we went to Msfs Center. But we haven't been told to descend again yet. And look at the nasty weather. Everywhere in the US there's lots of clouds lately. Oh, we don't have any contrail right now. Or, not a contrail, not calm. Every time I use the speech to text on my phone, and I'm talking to someone else that's doing flight sim, and I say Unicom, it puts in unicorn. It's funny. And he always calls me out on it. I'm like, dang it, I didn't read it before I hit send. So, if I understand this correctly, we have 100 miles to go. At 100 miles, I should be at 10,000 feet? Is that what how that calculation would go? Yes? No? Take whatever altitude you are, then work it out from there. I'm just saying, you said at 30,000 times 3 equaled 90. That makes sense. 3 times 3 is 90. So that's what I was... I was just trying to figure out the correct math, but, you know, like you said, do what's working best, and what I've been doing has seemed to be working okay. But I also am going way too quick. I don't know if I should be climbing. I don't know if I should ask for altitude increase. So 35,000 feet, you would do 35 times 3 equals 105 nautical miles. So you would start descending at 105 nautical. Okay. Alright, well, I may or may. I'm trying to learn. I at least asked you. Granted, I probably won't be doing. I can't do that now, can I? I mean, like I said, if I didn't ask for these descents, they wouldn't be descending me at all. And we'd be circling the airport forever. $20,000 be 20 times. So at 60 nautical miles, I should drop another 10,000. Okay, so whatever the altitude at times 3 equals the nautical miles you should be there. Yeah, so 20 times 3 is 60. So at 60 miles away from the airport, I should ask to go to 11,000. You would probably do a continuous ascent, that way you don't have to do sudden dives. That's kind of what I've been doing, isn't it? Every 100 miles I've been going down 10,000 feet. So I kind of was doing that on my own, wasn't it? Pretty much. Like right now, okay. Nope, we're going down to 11.
Memphis Center Canada 2927. Request 11,000 feet.
Because if I don't ask for it now, we might not ever get on the ground in time.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet. Canada 2927.
See, this time they gave me a descent. They didn't give me direct permission to go to 11. Kind of what I was waiting for them to tell me something different than what I was asking for. I kind of understand what you're telling me now, MK. Even though, yeah, I've been doing my own step decline, so we weren't diving real quick.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Canada 2927.
And from here, I should not have to ask for another descent, because from here I'd only ask for another 5. But I think I am good right now. Yeah, default ATC out of sync. Yeah, because on co-pilot mode, they're always telling me to either expedite climb or expedite, you're too high. So even when I've hand flown, like I've been in the Cessna 172, and I have set flight level change to the right altitude, I'm always over by a few hundred feet, and they're always yelling at you to be you're too high or too low. I really wish I didn't have to use default. I wish I could use a third party, but I can't, because no third party developer has decided, or Asobo or Microsoft has not allowed a third party ATC developer to incorporate ATC into the base game. But yes, ATC needs work. I wish there was I wish the ATC in-game was like maybe beyond ATC, where maybe I could speak an option, and then if it didn't pick it up, I could still click the text option I want. That way I could actually do calls or learn to do them, because half the time the ATC, when they're saying stuff to me, it's so quick that I'm like, what? I'm lucky if I get the handoff frequency, and that's about all. All I know is we're handed off to another channel within Memphis Center. I have really bad short-term memory, which doesn't help. Why are we climbing back up? I mean, I guess climbing back up kind of makes some sense, because we gotta bleed off the speed, but... Are we climbing? Yeah, okay. The co-pilot feature's trying to climb. We're not gonna get to 21 now. Ah, you use beyond ATC. See, I wish we could. Xbox players don't have that. That's what I'm talking about. I wished a third-party developer could partner with Microsoft and Asobo and incorporate the program in to the base game. I mean, no matter, they could add a make the price for the base game, if you get standard edition, we'll say, and it's $60. Jump it to $75, and maybe if people understand that there's a good ATC program built in, you know, they could use it. But I could understand how some people wouldn't buy it. Some people don't like Beyond ATC. Some people don't like Say Intentions. Yeah, so yeah, we can't get that third party. That's why I've been, I don't know if you've heard it, but I want to put together a Discord chat channel where we can all form like a group flight. Someone can practice doing the, as a controller, other people on, you know, if we all get on the same server, we practice callouts, because Xbox players or PC players don't have a third party, or are tired of it and want to do something different. We build our own kind of VATSIM network through my Discord, through invite only, of course. That's what I was hoping to start. I haven't been able to get anybody to help me test it out, because someone has to watch the stream, and someone else has to be, so someone on, whoever the streamer is, the host streamer, has to either be has to be a pilot or a controller. Probably the controller, because it's easier to see the multiplayer aircraft versus someone watching your stream with all the planes and them trying to control. But, of course, we just turn the default ATC off in the game. That's something I hope I can get off the ground, but I haven't tested it yet because no one's been around to do it. But if you're interested, MK, you know, friend me and or come into my, you know, hit me up on Discord and then drop me a DM. I'm gonna vet anybody because the chat channel will be invite only, so I'll have to, you know, make sure you're compensating enough input before I add people to that comm channel. I think that makes a lot of sense to make sure it's invite only. I want people in that on that chat channel, that Discord chat channel. I want us. We might not know what we're doing, but I don't want us to be, you know, being complete idiots or being bullies or anything. And if anybody that's done any type of controlling or wants to help teach, God, spike that. Anybody that wants to help teach proper calling out is, of course, more than welcome to join. I don't know what we're doing here because I had like a kind of a... We're supposed to do a right-hand... 2 right-hand turns into the runway. Oh, never mind. I know what we're doing. We're circling the bleed off speed. That's what we're doing. We're rocking back and forth to bleed off speed. I think this is the first capital flight that I've done where we're actually within the flight time that it told me. Now, how close to... Well, see, we didn't get anywhere close to 21, where we're descending all on our own. Or were we told to? I stopped paying attention to ATC, apparently. A lot of the times in co-pilot mode, I don't pay attention to ATC. Because it's all automated. I only pay attention to ATC when I have to take control because the computer's doing something wacky. Like it did yesterday. When I had to take control because it was vectoring back towards Juneau, Alaska instead of Phoenix. Wow, I've got... I don't even pay attention to half this stuff. I stopped trying to pay attention to the new followers thing because 99% of the time it's something I'm banning anyway. So, MK, I don't know if you care about Train Sim World at all. I will be on again tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. I have no idea where you're at, but you've seen the event in a couple of my streams now, and I can't remember if you said so. But, and then Wednesday morning, I'll be doing some career mode, and then another one of these flights in the afternoon. That's my new schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, try to do 2 streams. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays just do a train stream in the mornings. And then the weekends are for me to do whatever I want, either nothing or something. If I do anything on a weekend, it won't be trains or planes, it will be some other game. Okay, so yeah, the game crashed on me earlier when I loaded in at Phoenix. I was on the US server, US East server, and and the game crashed. So when I loaded back in, I put it on Southeast Asia server. So we have some multiplayers showing up along with the AI name tags, but it's running a whole lot smoother because I'm not on a US server. And I thought I could not be in multiplayer for name tags to show up in 2020, and that wasn't working. So apparently I still have to have multiplayer on for even AI name tags to show up. Okay, is this our join? And then I still have to come back around to do the right hand pattern? I think so. Yeah, here's our join, and then we gotta come back around to land there. Is what I'm guessing. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just trying to look at where the arrows are pointing right now. Is this the Mississippi? Because that doesn't look wide enough. Well, it looks like we have to make a... Yeah, we got a bank left. Are we coming in from the opposite way of I thought we were? I think we are. Either that or we're making it and then turning right from here. You know, when I looked at the flight plan before I launched the flight, it looks different than how it does when you're actually in here flying. But, I think we were told to go to, what, 1,000 feet? And we're climbing up, but whatever. This flight right here, it was the closest to the actual time it said to get to do the flight time. Now, today, let's see if the in-game pilot, the co-pilot, can land better than they did yesterday. Yesterday we landed in Phoenix with a 1313. I probably should have took control when we were on the glide path and landed it myself, but I didn't. These are supposed to be just chill for me to sit back and mess with what I want to mess with. I already did 4-hour stream this morning where I could hand fly and pay attention. I mean, I use the AI feature most of the time. Most of the time I can. I use the AI cursor pilot in 24, but I gotta handle takeoff and landings over there. Or when you're flight seeing, I have to handle the going around the circle of the objective, because AI will not slow down fast or be at the right altitude to do that. What do we got coming? What's down there? A Bully Henry. We look like we're a little low for those, ribbons. But we're not too fast or too slow, because they're blue. That's what they've added to 24 in free flight. Now we know if we're going too fast or too slow. It's not on the career mode side of things, unfortunately. We just get those blue, the blue gate things to know where you're supposed to technically be flying. I'm got my fingers on the keyboard to take control. With one finger on the joystick here. Just in case we start. See, I get squirmish with these because I know the AI pilot thing sucks. Even though I'm just as bad. I don't know if there's enough throttle right now if I have to take control and pull up. It looks like they're climbing a bit. Yeah, we're coming up a bit to slow down, aren't we? You can hear that thud. That thud noise is the the trim wheels moving. I don't know why, even with the co-pilot on, I get tensed up with landings. It's because I don't really trust it. But we got over the trees. I think we're fine. We got over that, what I thought might have been too low. You know, we still got like 8 miles to go. You know, I never even turned landing lights on, but, you know, forget it now, right? Because I'm not professional, I really don't care. It's daytime, it doesn't matter if they're on or off right now anyway. Can't see them. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final into Hillary Clinton Airport. You know, you're giving me some clearance directions pretty late in my approach here. I thought I was already cleared. Granted, I've had a clearance for landing before and nearly had a mid-air collision with an Airbus 320 when I was in a T6 Texan. That's the in-game ATC for you. Let's clear an Airbus and a tiny plane at the same time. Luckily, I had co-pilot on that, and I saw the mid-air collision. I took control and did a miss and was able to throttle up and get out and out of the air again to come back around. I had collision. I had crash damage turned off, but still, I'm like, ah. And then, there's no way I could have landed behind that Airbus in 24 for sure, because those turbulence would have just gnarled me. Whereas I don't think we have turbulence stuff like that, wake turbulence in here in 2020. Why do we look like we're off-center? I mean, I always look like I'm off-center when I'm in this view. But we look like we are not center here. Did you not put your ILS approach mode on or something? I mean, probably not. No, look. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh good, you fixed yourself. I thought I was gonna have to hit the swoop button. See why I need these chill lights with the control, the co-pilot. That funniest shit happens. I'm too busy laughing sitting here. I don't even think the clip stuff. That would have been hilarious short. Granted, I don't even know how to do a clip from this screen right here I'm on the iPad. Oh my god. Where are you going? We have to get to a gate still. Okay, you're going here. Oh, you gotta love the AI pilot. You landed just worse than I did. And then they tried to skid down the runway. There is nobody here, really? There's not even AI traffic here. I mean, I am on the Southeast Asia server, but there's nobody here. Are we parking right here? Or what? What's going on? I keep losing the controller. Ground services. No, not taxi. Taxi to parking. Apparently I can't go to a gate, huh? Okay, fine, we'll go to parking. Really? Stupid thing, I swear. Contact ground on 1219. I'm on 1219. And, alright, so MK. I loaded it on the runway. We did not have this screen on, and my squawk code were on. They just came on when we landed. And when you load in on the runway, all that stuff's supposed to be on. It wasn't. So, I almost forgot what game I was in. I need to make it my aircraft. Oop. Hit the right buttons, idiot. I'm an idiot. I hit the wrong buttons. Alright. And slew. Thank you. No, not that way. Back on the ground. Da 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 da. Where is the gates? Oh god, I wasn't trying to do that. Alright. I guess I'm just gonna stop us right here. Brakes are on. Shut down. Shut down. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't matter. Thanks, MK, for dropping in again. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow morning for Train Sim World, or I'll hope to see you Wednesday. Alright, folks. Also, Maddie L. Lynn at YouTube. Maddie L. Lynn at Discord. Maddie L. Lynn _ 62552 at Discord. And Maddie L. Lynn on Twitch. Unfortunately, I can't tell you whether there's uppercases or lowercases or where they're at. Just type in the name. There's also spaces somewhere too. But, alright, folks, we are at 3 minutes. Let me end right now. I will see you guys later. Bye.